The British Prime Minister Theresa May faces another day of scrutiny in the UK Parliament this morning. It is the second day of debate on May's contentious Brexit deal, and already prospects for the agreement are looking grim. With that, let's go to London right now. Dominic Velitis standing by with the latest. So, Dom, things are really off to a bad start for Theresa May here.
Yeah, it was a bad day at the office for Theresa May yesterday, Michael. She suffered three big defeats in the House of Commons in just 63 minutes. First, the government was found in contempt of Parliament for failing to publish the government's legal advice on the Brexit deal in full. That is something that has never happened before, not in the hundreds of years Parliament has been around for. The government will now have to publish that legal advice in full, some of which it had hoped to keep private, but now even the politically embarrassing stuff will be made public in about 10 minutes or so when it is published. But the big loss, Michael, for Theresa May and her government, the really significant defeat yesterday, was over changes to parliamentary process. If the Prime Minister's Brexit deal is voted down next week, MPs will now have a direct say, a vote on what happens next if that scenario plays out. Now, that could mean the UK restarting negotiations with the European Union, or even giving the public a final say, a so-called people's vote, a second referendum. Michael.
A second referendum. What do these defeats, though, mean, these early defeats? What does it mean for getting the deal through, though?
Well, it feeds into a general picture, really, Michael. It's hard to find anyone out there who genuinely believes that Theresa May's Brexit deal will get through next week's big vote. Indeed, only today, one senior Tory MP, a former chief whip no less, said he too would now be voting against it and predicted that Parliament would reject the deal by at least 80 votes. There is little room to be optimistic about any of this, Michael. We've also heard today from Andrea Leadsom, the leader of the House of Commons. Now, she was speaking to BBC Radio earlier and issued a dire warning. Here's what she said. Unless government were to do something completely different to change tack or indeed pass this deal, then we will be leaving the EU on 29th of March next year without a deal. So it defaults to no deal. The implications of a no deal, Michael, are unknown, but many think it will be very bad news for the country, not least of all economically. Michael.
Dominic, thank you for that. Or Dominic Velitis in London.